Welcome to the Short Bus Show. Two good bros you're getting to know. Telling some jokes and drinking some beers. Get settled and ready to hear the Short Bus Show.
I ain't doing that fucking white people shit.
I'm not doing
Hey,
it. I'm not
what's
doing
that.
that.
Short Bus Show back, dude. This is the group weekend episode. We got Michael Eugene Kratz, and we got Carmine Vito. We're here.
Yo,
How's
Oh
everyone
man, dude.
going? How's it
What's
going?
going on, fellas? What's going on?
it's fucking sick. Beautiful day out
Dude,
today.
it's fucking going, dude.
Hell yeah,
It's
what a time
beautiful.
to be alive.
I think
right, dude, that's
America
right.
has just had good weather all week this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny is no.
Soaring.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about like the sports Eagles.
No.
That shit sucks.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It's funny though. It's been beautiful in New Jersey all week long, and then my only day off, it's just like downpour. It just sucks.
That's something that you don't hear often.
Yeah, it's fucking beat.
Nice in
It
New
is
Jersey.
Dude,
You know it, dude.
fucking New Jersey, right?
Mhm.
That's where you live.
That's where I live, man.
That's where we used to all live, bro.
That's
We
where
all,
we-
so that's how
that's where
we
we-
know you, bro. We're like, we all grew up in Marlton, right? And so, like, I know Mike from some mutual friends. That's the same way I know Carmine. And, like, dude, we used to kick it at a fucking playground.
Yep.
Dude. Like, it was some crazy shit.
But it wasn't.
Place was like,
It wasn't on some little kid playground shit. We were at a little kid's playground doing hood rat shit, and it was
yeah, dude.
exactly.
At the playground, behind the
Kenny, have you ever
playground,
been-
in
Yeah.
the woods.
You
Yeah,
ever been in the
Heritage
neighborhood
Park.
playground?
yeah, man.
Oh, am I not supposed to say the name?
No, yeah, that's
I
fine,
don't
dude.
care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Okay.
I don't hang out there no more. You're not blowing the
Yeah,
spud or
yeah, yeah.
anything.
Kenny,
No.
have you ever been there?
Yeah. No, Heritage Park was a place you could be like, yeah, let's fucking start a bonfire on a swing set, dude.
That's right, man. That's right.
Like,
Like,
I used to be
Legit.
like, dude, I got a collapse vein. Let me fucking try to get her going again.
Like, let's
Yeah.
get
Right,
high on a
right.
slide.
Get an eye on the-
Exactly.
And not just me, everybody. We kind of wrecked that place too, because I remember
Yeah.
all it took was one Sharpie. We had a Sharpie we would use, and we just destroyed that place. We wrote some vulgar ass shit all over that place, man. I remember the slide that like little kids would go down, like right on top of it. It just said in all caps, bold letters, "Cum slide." Like, don't know what that implies. Don't, whatever. But
Yeah.
I remember
No,
parents
because it really
got
was
mad.
the cum slide, right?
What-
Didn't
Oh,
RJ end up
yes.
coming on the slide multiple times?
I think he did.
Multiple times.
I think he would go there by himself, and he would just beat off on the slide. And I mean, he had all sorts of fun antics for sure, but that's the one I never understood. We had the piss bench where you go and just piss on the bench.
I like the
Yep.
fish bends.
I remember
And-
this bench.
There was I can drop this name. There was Steve who lived down the street from me. He lived in his grandmother's house.
Do you know
And-
Steve Kenny?
No. Steve F, not
Oh, okay.
different. He's a big guy. He so his grandma would come to the park with her granddaughter, who was like way younger than Steve, and she would sit on the bench. And
Yeah.
every time I saw it, man, I'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like
Did she have when she would get up? Did she just have like a giant wet spot?
no, because a lot of that took place in the summer and like the spring. So we would. Oh, it's
Yeah,
so
the piss
funny
would
to talk
dry up.
about. The piss would dry up, but it's there. It's still there, and
Dude, that bench was fucking destroyed.
it
I
was
remember
grody.
there was this really fucking hot chick that like lived maybe 4 streets down. She was a fucking goddess, bro. You maybe remember her. Her name was Kate. Dude, she was so
I do remember.
So,
I do remember.
She was like fucking on the party bus to school one day, like
Yeah.
fucking breaking it down, bro. All the crazy shit. And like she just lost some of her articles of clothing.
She
like,
did.
Her fucking wristband just
That-
flew off her wrist, bro. Her
Mhm.
fucking
Or beanie.
Uh,
I have the.
her beanie.
I
flew
have
off.
it.
And
I have
was
it
like,
somewhere.
You know what? That's mine. So I took
Yep.
the wristband and I took that beanie, and we brought it back to Heritage Park. I gave the beanie to Mike, and
Yep.
that bracelet resided on the piss bench for
Yep.
many years.
Yeah, I aimed for it every time too. I was always aiming
Yeah.
for it, man. That thing was
Um,
that's history. Wow, I
Yeah.
forgot about the bracelet.
did you ever piss on the piss bench, Carmine?
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
it was-
Oh yeah.
Didn't
I
someone?
remember
So
Didn't
we'd be
someone?
in the woods. Wait, what's okay?
Didn't someone shit down the slide at Heritage?
Yes, but you know what? It wasn't heritage or a heritage resident smoker. It wasn't one of us. It was
Was it the felon dog fucker? Because that's who I remember.
yeah, it might have been.
I think it was this kid Ryan DeAngelis.
Oh,
I
Ryan D'Angelo.
You're hip. I know you know. Yeah, I think it was him. It could have been. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure about it. I do remember that. I do remember shit on this slide. And it was the wrong slide. That was the cum slide. That wasn't the shit slide. So I was kind of heated. That was. Oh, Jesus.
We had like 4 slides on that playground. You know?
Yeah,
We had
there was
the
like 4
shit
slides.
slide, the piss slide,
And
the cum slide.
You know what's real funny is before we were of age to realize how fun smoking weed in a park was, that place was just kind of cool. Like when I was like 12 or so, like I'd go over there and I sucked shit at it, but I'd like ride my skateboard on the tennis court and just like have fun.
Yeah,
like
bro.
it was like it was more wholesome activity than anything. And then 2 years later, there we are just desecrating the fucking place. Like
Dude, every
Yeah.
day. And then some stuff just sort of came up where I invited
Cops.
one of these faggots from school, and I was like, dude, come through, let's smoke at the park. We're in the park, smoking on there, and I'm sitting on the playground, and I'm looking through the tree line between 2 houses, and I see
Yeah.
a cop sitting there. And I'm like, oh, this does not look good right now.
No.
And this cop turns around and starts coming down and parking in front of Heritage Park. And we're like, fuck, bro, we gotta go. And
We
so
gotta
we just
go.
like, we're like, fuck, what do we do? And Mike's like, I'll stay here with the grab. I don't care. And like,
Oh.
like, okay. And then we all just
Oh my
run
God,
through the woods. And then fucking, so me, one of my friends, like 2 other people, we fucking make it out. Then
It was
one of the
you,
douche ran in the woods.
RJ. It was you, RJ. I think Josh and like
Hunter, I think.
probably Hunter, but the
Yeah.
other the other kid that was there, he did not make it out well enough. He did
at
not.
all.
No, and he blamed me. He said to me, he was like, "You're a fucking rat. You told him." I was like, "If I told him, don't you think all of them would be busted? If you think if I ratted, they would have just went and looked
Real
in the
shit.
woods."
Because
This kid,
what this dude did, he fucking hid in the woods and then ended up walking out of the tree line to go try to grab his bike and
Yep.
sneak around the police officers. And then the police officer saw him and was like, hey, what are you doing? And then he ended
he
up
was like,
getting
"Uh-oh."
arrested too.
yeah, he had like a
Oh,
dime
wow.
in his shoe or something. He had like a dime bag in his shoe. The kid was dumb as hell for that. And I swear to God,
Retarded.
he had beef with me after that. He was like, "Dude, you told him." I was like, "I didn't tell them shit." They saw y'all run. They're not retarded. They saw everybody run, and they saw me stay there. So they talked to me. They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, like, just
Yeah, bro.
you know what's going on. I mean, if you're gonna go look for him, go look for him. Like, I don't got anything to tell you. Like, everything you need to know, you just saw. And they're like,
Yeah.
"All right, yeah, I get it." And my mom came and picked me up, or I think my stepdad did, and they came down and they were like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I don't know. I mean, obviously, you know what was going on. We were smoking weed at the park, and cops showed up. I can't really
Yeah,
tell you
exactly,
much more.
right.
Like that's kind of the whole thing." But yeah, that kid had serious beef with me. He thought I ratted on him, and I was like, "Dude, no. Like, you pretty much just came surrendering. Like, you just walked out of the woods, but
Real
your
shit.
butt,
Yeah.
like." And he got grounded, and it was like a whole fucking. I remember he was like,
Dude, that
he was,
shit's fucking funny.
it was fucking wild, dude. And that wasn't the only time kids got clipped there. I mean, the one time we were smoking back by the treehouse in the woods, and RJ got clipped hard. They came back there ready to pull guns and shit because they saw his knife. He had like this big deer gutting knife, like a straight up CS:GO like karambit, and they saw it like in his waistband, and they were like, "What's that in your waist?" And he was like, "Oh, it's my knife." And I mean, everybody knows it. If you know him, you know he's chaotic as shit. He just reaches and pulls it out of his pants right in front of this cop. He's like, "This is my knife." And they're like, yo, stop. They're like, what the fuck? Because I thought he was like about to rip his knife out and like,
Wow.
I don't know, throw it at him or off himself. No one knows. But they bugged, man. He got clipped hard, man. That shit sucked.
Remember the fucking first time that they got him and he was like, "Officer, let me get your gun so I can blow my fucking brains out."
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
fucking God.
Yeah, man.
He
That
was
shit
like-
was fucked up.
Dude,
I felt
this
really
shit's
bad.
nuts.
I felt
Yeah.
bad because he was in a weird spot at that point, and that didn't help anything. He was, he was flipping and stuff. That was weird. That was a weird
That was a
time.
bad time for
I
him.
didn't see him for like a month after that.
Really? Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
he was like,
Yeah,
I didn't
he-
see him either because he was going to like rehab or whatever.
Yeah, they forced him to go into like a rehabilitation kind of thing, man. And because of the knife thing, and because of what he said, if he would have just gotten arrested for weed, that would have been that. But he went the extra mile, and I felt so bad, man. I hope that kid's cool, and man, I haven't seen him in ages. I hope he's chilling. Apparently
I
he's
heard.
doing good. Yeah,
He's like working a shop, right? He's doing pretty good. I think.
yeah. I would
There
hope
was
so.
a treehouse back there.
Yeah. There was
But we didn't even build that. I
yeah.
think it was.
It was the
like,
generation
Casey
before
Forte
us.
And then built it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it was like Casey Ford, and then Dan Lee ended up like they had a zip line on it, and like he tried doing the zip line, and it ended up just breaking, and he fell from like 2 stories.
Oh, I remember hearing that story. But I
Yeah,
thought that was
fucking
in our.
way.
I thought that was in Brian's backyard.
Well, yeah, he had a zip line too in his backyard.
Yeah, but oh no, you know what? That was Pat. Homie Pat. I
Yeah,
don't think you know.
the zip
Pat.
line they had made no fucking sense though. Like it
Yeah.
clearly wasn't gonna work. They just went for it, man. It was too much. Carmine, do you have any fucking good memories from Heritage Park? What do you
Dude,
got going on?
It's hard to remember a lot of it, dude. It really is.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
cloudy.
like,
A lot of
dude,
shit
I still remember when me, Mike, and Hunter walked all the way to the Burger King
Oh
to
man.
get some fucking burgers and fries and whatever, and then we're hanging out behind this plaza just getting fucked up. And then something happened, and like we were talking about, oh, what if a cop comes back here? Mike was like, oh, well, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, oh, what are you kids doing? Smoking fries.
Smoking fries. Oh, dude. Hey,
Wasn't that your Instagram video?
Yeah, that became my
Smoking dot
Instagram
fries.
handle for like years.
Yeah, and so now which one of us actually did it though? Was it you or Hunter?
It was Hunter. It was Hunter because
Hunter-
he kept trying to light the Burger King fry on fire, and I was like, it's not gonna work.
Well, and he had it in his mouth like a stogie. He had it in his mouth like it was a fucking stogie, and he was just going at it, and it wouldn't light. And I was like, do you really think it's gonna light? And he was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the light. It's gonna happen. And it kind of did. He just pretty much charred the end of it, and no smoke came out, and he was disappointed. But we got a picture of it, and it went down in infamy for a while. That shit was funny. I forgot all about the smoking fry. That shit was funny as hell.
For real.
I mean,
good times.
so if we're talking in chronological order here, though, from Heritage becoming hot, and we just didn't want to hang there anymore. Was there anything in between? Was there a spot in between there and the shed? Do we kind of just migrate straight to the shed from there, or what?
That's pretty much what it was, man. I think we just because the first time we started hanging out in my shed, and then we stopped for a while, and we went back to Heritage, and then we just went full time on the shed, bro. And that's what it was for like shit, man, like a good fucking couple years. And it started out just me, Hunter, and Josh like turning like there was shit all in there. Fucking like
I remember y'all stripped that place out, yeah.
Dude, Then my dad, like, I came home one day and he's like, dude, I cleaned out the shed for you. Just don't smoke in here. And I'm like, okay. And then, like,
Ironically enough, that's the only thing we did.
that's the only thing we did. So eventually he hated the shed. But we
Yeah.
had a fucking Xbox, a flat screen TV,
Jesus.
fucking disco ball, basketball hoop, fucking
Yeah,
chairs all around, table.
You had that. You had that big ass. It's one of the things I remember so well about the shed for some reason. The thing that sticks with me more than anything is, it was like a. Oh, what's that? What is that thing people like cornhole? Where it's like a
Yeah.
it's like
Josh
a
made
big
it
wooden
in the
box.
shop.
Yeah, and it was sick. It would have made a great actual cornhole thing, but we probably packed that thing out with like blunt ash to the brim. And it was fucking
disgusting.
it was nasty as hell. It was so
And
fucking
then
funny.
Hunter would fucking spit in it, and it would be
Yeah.
covered in spit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, it was
Well,
so
because
gross.
we were smoking mad bogeys back then too. I smoked like a pack of smokes a day up in there,
Yeah, it
and
was bad news, bro.
it was just a mess, man. The ash and everybody, you smoke that many of these bogeys while you're already stoned, you're gonna start spitting and shit. Over
Oh,
time,
fuck.
man,
And we're in a
shit got
small
rough.
confined space, like
Yeah.
literally, like I don't even know how big, 6 foot by like, or like 12 foot by like 6 foot, probably, like not that fucking big.
No, it wasn't huge, but it worked. We'd pack 10,
It was
11
solid,
people up in there, man, easy.
bro.
Especially when it was cold. The more people we packed, I mean, it got a little bit warm. It was cool.
Mhm.
It was cool.
Dude, and speaking of him spitting in these fucking cornholes, speaking
Yes.
of just acting up in general, bro, we had to create a rule book, or more so as you had to create a rule book.
Well, more RJ than me. He had it in his phone. He wrote it down. He would like edit it at school in his notepad on his phone. Like he just like think of rules on the fly and just add them. Because and it started off as him the reason it started was because he was always fiending. He was always, yo, let me get a cigarette. Yo, let me hit that bowl real quick. And RJ would be like, no. He'd be like, go. He'd be like, start making money and go buy some. He's like, this is not yours. Like, fuck off. And that's
he would
kind of
give
where it started.
Everyone, everything else though, like if me or Mike wanted a bowl or we wanted a cigarette, he'd be like, "Here you go." But Hunter, no, you can't get it. Sorry.
Well, I think it came from that attitude. I think Hunter would have. And I mean, I don't know how he is these days or what he's up to these days.
Yeah.
But back in the day, he'd get a little testy. He'd be like, "Yo, give me that fucking cigarette." And Ryan's like,
yeah.
Excuse me? He's like, wait, what? He's like,
Yeah.
Get on your fucking knees and beg me for a cigarette. Like, no,
Right.
You're not gonna talk like that. Yeah, dude, it was a mess. But yeah, the rule book, man. If you want to get into that, we can do a deep dive.
I went through the fucking like goddamn riverbeds, the fucking caves, the fucking everything, bro, and I was able to find these rules and
That's
these videos
so
of you
crazy.
explaining the rules.
Yeah.
Let's check
Yeah,
her
dude.
out, 'cause Kenny
Yeah,
doesn't
pop
know.
it up. Pop it up, dude. I haven't seen this in ages. Oh, this is dude scooch in the back. This is fucking hilarious.
Hello, I'm gonna make it as quick as possible. I'm Mike Kratz. I'm here with my associate Ryan Jones here. We came up with some rules for the shed because Hunter's getting out of hand.
Bro, this feels like so long
So
ago.
we're gonna kick this off with part 1, which is the first clause of this. It's
Oh, there's clauses. There's clauses with
ruling. Not matching. The first clause is not matching. You may not light the bomb. You may not light the bomb by any means, Hunter. You're not matching. You may not light the bomb. You may not.
That's
light
true. I remember.
It. Kind of with your lighter, you can't use it.
If you're not matching, you can't light the bong.
Fucking not obeyed, by the way. That's all rules.
You may
Subject
not
beating.
Okay. Alright. You may not hit more than.
He
0.1
scooched that. I'll gladly shoot you.
I'll gladly shoot you.
0.1 of marijuana in each hit. We will be be looking. We will be
No more than 0.1.
Oh, we are lighting. So, zoom in on my face. Zoom in on my face.
Shouldn't you try to pull too hard?
He gets a 0.1 of a gram.
Alright. Next of all, Hunter is not inclined to any hits unless invited by supplier or product. If you're not matching and you don't put up for the bud, if you don't put up for the bull, you may not hit it. Unless you're invited to.
Was he in the shed for this?
What?
Was he in the shed for this video,
No.
or is that
He
why
was
we took the
banned.
video?
No, remember? We banned him. He was banned.
He was banned.
We banned him for weeks. He hadn't shown up. It was just me, you, Alyssa, Ryan, Scooch, and John Lope for like fucking weeks, bro. And then it was just like
Dude,
all of us. And then because we banned him because he wouldn't follow the rules. We said, look,
Yeah.
if you can't follow the fucking ruls, then you're not allowed in the shed. Like, I
No,
don't
fuck
get
that.
it. Wasn't that
Fuck
hard
that.
to follow, you know?
No, and I mean, at the end of the day, this whole thing, if you just buy a dime once a week and just put some in.
Exactly.
This whole
Even
thing.
Dan Lee could do that. Dan
Dan-
Lee would.
Dude, Dan Lee, I wonder what the fuck he's up to, man. That
Dude,
kid,
works at Amazon.
does he work at Amazon? That's cool.
Yeah.
Probably makes good money there. That's
Yeah.
so funny, man. He was banished, and we made the video because he wasn't allowed in there. So we were gonna send him the video, be like, here you go, like, get hip to the rules, learn from your mistakes here, and
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Run it, but keep running it, man. That's so funny.
Hunter calls any place in rotation under quaffs. He gets the final rotation. No exceptions.
if he that last one, if he calls any spot in rotation wait, did you post it on Facebook?
Yeah, but I just have it privated to myself.
Dude, there's more.
Genius. Oh shit. Ah.
All right, we're good. All right, we're back. Part 3. This is the final clause.
Oh,
for
this is
that
part
one.
3.
These are regarding
This is the one of the better
food,
parts.
Smoking. Hunter? Yes. Okay. No smoke tricks will be performed with bows. Bows will be seized and terminated by Scooch. Get a shot of my associate here. Correct. If Scooch is not available, me and my associate Ryan will rock, paper, scissors for termination rights.
If the problem persists, both of us will get involved.
Yes, we will. It does not matter. You will have an issue.
We will both get involved.
1 boat bump per hour. If you don't have bogeys, don't ask anybody again if it's been less than an hour. You know what? Fuck. That's not
Or you'll get shot.
You'll get shot.
Or you get shot.
And the
You'll
final
get
rule of the
shot.
Night, there might be more added-on rules if your behavior continues. I don't want to have to do that to you, Hunter, because I respect you, but there's just you're going down.
No, we don't. I'm just kidding on it.
When new pack is
No, I don't. I'm
one
just kidding
cigarette
on her.
must be handed to every smoker in the shed. If this act isn't performed, you
First.
may not smoke cigarettes in the shed until your pack is gone. Now, I would like to just take this final second to say and just show
Y'all can
that
done
everybody here that hangs out at this shed,
Y'all can done.
Scooch on. Do you hereby agree with these rules and believe they should be put in place?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Alicia? You don't really care, but I say yeah.
Sergio,
That's what
we're
okay.
talking.
And that's it for now.
Michael, how do you feel?
I back this shit 100%, yo. I do this shit for my
He
fans.
wrote the
Really, yeah.
You're supposed to put, do you agree with these rules?
I agree to all these rules.
We're going to print and sign. Have a good one.
No, I'm good.
Ryan handing the boat to the camera.
Dude, what was rule number 2? Let's see.
I don't know about number 2.
Now, if you're throwing a bud, it's a different story because if you're
Wait, restart this one. I don't know which one this is.
And
We really laid into him, man.
with part 2 of this clause,
It's still funny as fuck, though.
matching. So, you may not like you. So, Back in part 1, we discussed that you cannot use a lighter whatsoever. Now, if you are throwing a bug,
You can't use a lighter
it's a story,
whatsoever.
because if you are acting professionally and you're not being inappropriate, you're being a nice kid, you can use your lighter. You
Good
can
boy,
light it.
some would say. A good
Yes,
boy.
a good boy.
Boy.
If you snatching or complaining or boasting about rotation,
Fucking stuff.
so if you're mad and shit,
Boasting.
hands, Hunter, you're
my
bitching up a storm over there on your couch, you know, whatever about rotation, you're immediately being downgraded to quaps. No exceptions. about that
Quaps.
either. I don't care, Hunter.
That's the fourth person in
Quap.
rotation.
Yes.
Or have no spot rotation.
It went
Your behavior continues. You could be
Spark
shot.
deuces
shot.
trips.
Oh, and the final rule.
Or
For
greens deuces trips.
The final rule here we have for when you are matching. No facing bowls, Hunter. It doesn't matter if you put up one. We're not gonna sit here and watch. No one cares. You're not cool.
You're not
So you
cool.
do it on screen.
Fucking good times,
Dude, man. That's so. To reiterate on some of those, the one where, so that was me, for the record, reading everything that was read right there was wrote by Ryan. It was not from me. I didn't write any of it. He was just blasted, and we were gonna make the video, and he was like, "You do it, dude. You do it. It's fine. I can't read it.
Yeah.
It's fine." But so the one that I just still to this day don't really understand is just no boasting. What does that mean? Like, would Hunter boast about having weed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would
Yes.
boast about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember it very clearly.
Do you remember?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So
Like, yeah, I got
alright.
weed.
I got confirmation back here.
It's fucking-
Yeah, I guess he would like get like a couple G's or something, and he'd just boast. I don't really remember, but Ryan hated that. He would be like, because Hunter would be like, he's like, "Yo, I picked up some weed. Let's smoke." And Ryan would be like, "Yeah." He'd be like, "Yeah, you think you're cool? You have weed?" Like, and Hunter would just be like, "Dude, I'm just saying, like let's smoke. Like, I got weed." And that just set Ryan off. I don't know why. So he made a rule about boasting.
No more boasting about your fucking pot intake.
There was honestly more rules about cigarettes than weed though with him.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
My
There-
favorite favorite was no smoke tricks shall be performed with a bow.
no, well, because and I remember that
I
one
know-
so specifically.
I know what you're talking about. He did.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, and I don't know why he would do that. Like, and if he had a vape, he wouldn't. That's the thing, because like usually when you think smoke tricks, you think like ripping a blunt or like hitting a vape or something. But he'd spark up a Marb 27 and he'd start blowing O's, and I'm like, dude, that's disgusting. I'm like, that is disgusting.
I saw that.
Bro, he would French inhale it.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. French inhale on a cig is gross.
Dude.
Why would you? What is that? That's what started COVID, dude. That's what started COVID.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You're French inhaling fucking Marb 27s and Marb Smooths, and you expect the world to just be okay? That's disgusting.
Hunter's had COVID for 7 years, and y'all are just catching on now.
Yeah.
Man, I hope he's chilling. I haven't talked to his ass in years. I hope he's cool.
Dude,
Those rules. I honestly feel bad looking back on those
Maybe
rules.
we can get him on the show to do a smoke trick episode.
We can do a smoke trick episode, man.
Yeah.
That'd be
Just
cool.
how to do O's with cigarettes.
Yeah, that'd be funny,
Dude, imagine if he did a jellyfish. That'd be dope.
Oh my god.
dude. Jellyfish on a Marb 27. God fucking bless,
God.
man.
Hell
God
yeah.
I
fucking
want to be a
bless.
sponsor. So, you know, people like go to like fucking vape competitions and then they do their vape tricks.
We'd have a Mark
I wanna
27
go-
competition.
Yeah, I want to go to a cigarette convention. I want to create one where it's literally just a smoke cigarette trick competition where everyone's
Dude.
fucking ripping their American spirits and their fucking 27.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh.
Sig Picks Daily.
Dude.
Sponsored by Sig Picks Daily.
Yeah, bro. Lucky Sig Picks Daily, man.
Well,
Oh, it's
fucking before vapes, wasn't the preferred fucking like smoke trick, I guess medium would be unfiltered cigs. They
Yes,
just like
it
take
was-
the
yes.
filter off and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Precisely. So it was either an unfiltered like Camel, or really whatever we had. You cut the filter down or straight take it off.
Yeah.
It was that, or just if you were smoking like a blunt, that would usually do it because they get smoky enough, like a good blunt
Mhm.
to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, he would always be doing smoke tricks with his with cigarettes, and that really set some people off. And we'd be like, why are
Yeah.
you doing? Like it's weird.
Yeah,
Like it's just a weird thing to do.
I remember I was hanging out with John and Hunter one day, and it's fucking blowing like 15 miles an hour down the block, and he's trying to do smoke tricks, and they're fucking ending up down the street. It's like,
Dude, they just did them at the worst
Yeah.
time, man. They just didn't end
I
up.
smoked a lot of fucking cigarettes too, man. God damn. I mean,
Dude, I would smoke a lot of Marlboro Black Menthol 100s back in those days.
you know what's funny? I was just talking about Marlboro Blacks with my buddy the other day. He loves blacks. He doesn't smoke cigarettes like that anymore. But we used to hang out in like Cherry Hill, and he would get 2 packs of those, and he'd blow through them in a day because he'd be bumming some out. But he easily smoked 25, 30 smokes to himself. Those blacks, man, those things will fuck you up.
oh hell
Those-
yeah.
Those things are legit. That's one of the
Dude, they're
strongest bogeys on the planet.
Yeah. Even, I mean, American Spirits are pretty fucking strong, but blacks hit harder. That's
Yeah,
a fact.
those are just.
Remember
Dude,
Bong Wars?
Carl, what's good, man? You've been quiet the whole podcast,
Yeah.
bro.
I think
This whole thing-
Carmine
this
might
whole-
have.
He took a dab, and he's been in a different dimension.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
real quick. Alyssa just handed me her phone. She found this, actually. This is Josh. You might not have such a good view of it. Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Where'd it go?
It was on the other side. It was on.
Where is it? It was Bong Wars. It was me versus Josh.
It was everyone versus
Dude.
everyone.
We all did it.
That's fucking great.
There's a picture right there. This is Scooch and Josh preparing for the face off. This is all in the shed for the record. This is
I remember like smoking Xanax and fucking.
smoking Zans. Yeah.
Dude, that was fun. When like Scooch would come through and then they'd pack a bowl of Xanax. It was
Mhm.
bad news.
I stayed far away from that, man. I was not. I did that once by mistake with
Yeah, I remember
My ex.
that.
my ex.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I
was-
thought because I know. No, that was Hunter. Because
Yeah.
okay, so Hunter fucking. I don't know. H Dog. I'll suck that would be his name. H Dog fucking came through the shed again.
Oh, dude, he's already been
Scooch
name dropped a million times. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Scooch John fucking act like he was like him and Ryan were like, dude, I'm gonna pack a bowl of Xanax and not tell him. And like he thought it because their bars were green, so Hunter was like got greens on it, and fucking then when they told him it was Xanax, and he was gone. The rest of the fucking
Wait, was it not Xanax though?
no, it was.
Oh,
He thought
okay.
it was weed.
Okay. Oh, dude, he was probably blasted. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Dude,
That's-
it was crazy. Cause fucking, I used to do it with them, and then not be able to speak English by the end of the night. I would just, be, like,
Yeah,
I would just sit there like drooling on myself.
Oh my god.
good times. Am I right, boys?
Yeah, great times,
Jeez.
man. Dude, Carmine thought of some. So I was like, bro, I gotta go drive my dad to pick up his car. You go create some topics, and he created probably more topics than I've ever seen Kenny come up with.
Oh. fuck.
Dude. Well, let's get it then. Let's go. That's great,
What's
man.
your topics, Carmine? Pull off the podcast, bro. These guys,
Shit.
they're surfacing.
We're
Yeah.
surfing. Let's
Man.
go.
So I guess what's the biggest surprise you had in the last few months and why?
Biggest surprise.
Big surprise.
God damn, man. It's really hard to say. Nothing really surprises me. I've just been working and smoking and drinking beer. I mean, I don't do a whole lot. I mean, this is honestly super uninteresting. It's really not that crazy, but so I didn't get the first stimulus the first time it came around because
I didn't either.
whatever. And basically just last Wednesday, I got my tax return for the year, which somehow managed to include the first stimulus. So
Yeah.
my tax return was only like $600, whatever, and but I got like $2,000 out of it because the first stimulus came through with it, and I was I guess that's the biggest surprise I've had recently. It's not really interesting, but I was fucking stoked.
Hey,
I was
so
stoked as hell. Yeah, I went out. I bought me some of this. I've treated myself. I got a little it's gone now. I got a little $100 bottle of bourbon from the store. Fucking
Hell yeah.
went through all that. This show is cool, though, man. As far as surprises go, it's really it. I mean, I don't do a whole lot. Sometimes I'll go out to this bar near my work, and I was chilling. I was chilling with my buddy Austin, and there was this. Imagine a man that quite literally everything about him embodies 50 Cent. He looks exactly like 50 Cent. He sounds exactly like 50 Cent. He pops a squat next to me at the bar. He's like, "Yo, what's going on, bro? How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good, man. How you doing?" And he pretty much just immediately proceeded to buy me two whiskey on the rocks, and then I mean, it wasn't really a surprise, but it was nice. It was cool. I was like, "Yo, it was chill."
Dude, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, he was a chiller, man. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, I was like, "Is this 50 Cent?" Like he literally. He sounded exactly like him, and he looked just like him, and he had the same hat. Like it was weird, dude. It was weird, and I was already plastered, so I was like, in my mind, I genuinely believed I was sitting next to 50 Cent at a bar.
You could have been. He could have bought
you.
I could have been, dude. I bought him one back right before we left. I saw he was drinking on like Honey Jack. I was like, "Yo, get this guy a Honey Jack on me." Like, he's fucking. Yeah, y'all got anything cool? Y'all got any interesting surprise?
I mean, the only last time I was surprised was fucking for my birthday. My dad was like taking me to Vegas, and then he said that everyone was saying that they couldn't go, and then like I showed up and like everybody was there, like fucking Carmine, Kenny.
Oh, you didn't know they were all gonna be there?
No. Yeah. So I got to the airport.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That shit was crazy. Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was basically the whole
craziest surprise.
That was the trip y'all just did recently, yeah. When you That's sick, man. It was for your 21st, right?
Yeah, it was super fun.
That's sick, man. I assume y'all had some real drinking to do down there.
Oh fuck
yeah. Kenny got drunk. I got pretty drunk.
Those casinos, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
Yeah, dude. You just keep gambling, and they keep handing you drinks.
Yeah.
They want you to keep gambling.
The only thing was, the only person I think that I saw, like a lot of people weren't tipping like the fucking waitresses, so then they wouldn't come back. And like Hunter was like, "Where the fuck's my drink, bro?"
Yeah.
So you never tipped the bitch. So it's like, why is she gonna come back?
No, you gotta tip if you're out drinking. I always tip when I'm out drinking. And if I'm out going like to get like food and stuff. Me and Alyssa, we go to this real nice breakfast spot out by my house, and I have a friend that works there, and she'll give us like a little discount. So we'll get like 4 plates of food worth of shit, and it only rings us up $20. But anybody else, that would be a $35-$40 bill. So I always try to tip. I'll tip like 100% on it. They'll give me like a $20 like order, and I'll just hand her a $20 bill, man. Because then, especially if they get busy, then they'll like make room for us when we go in because they know we're gonna tip again. Like, tipping is cool. It makes people's days more than people think. It's tight.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I always tip. The only time I don't tip is like I'll order like pizza, and then like I'll only have enough for the pizza, and I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I don't have any other food in my house, so I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, Domino's. Yeah, Domino's. They go.
Colette's my server.
Fuck Colette.
Fucking Denny's. You kidding me?
Dude, bro, Denny's is fire.
Dude, you think so? I'd take an IHOP over a Denny's, I think.
I'd take a Waffle House over any of them. Any day.
I'll take a Waffle House.
No, Waffle House cheeks, bro.
Dude, Waffle House rocks. If you go to Waffle House is the only place you can show up at 3 a.m, just completely shit-faced, and somehow one of the staff members is more fucked up than you. I swear to God, dude. You go up in there 3, 4 in the morning. You could have a
that's
night
where
of
the prostitutes hang out, so you can walk. You can leave with some pussy too.
Yeah,
You don't
and
gotta go home alone.
Because the fucking waitress is a prostitute.
Yeah.
Right. And the food's like whatever. It's not great, but $3.99 for a Belgian waffle with some eggs or something. I mean, you're not gonna get that nowhere else. Like you're not straight up.
But I mean, like,
It's
dude,
good drunk food for sure.
I don't know, bro. I just can't fuck with Waffle House. We got a lot of them over here.
We got none of them.
I just like IHOP and Denny's. But I will say the brunch burger from IHOP, if you haven't had it,
Yeah.
it's so
I have.
good.
You're 100%.
It's amazing.
I can dig IHOP. I mean, I haven't been to a Denny's in years, so I might be misspeaking.
Bro, they have the same kind of brunch burger, just a little bit different, and that shit's gas.
I'll give it a shot, man. I'll give it a shot. Waffle House is just. You get out there 4 in the morning. You can be fresh off of a night of doing blow and drinking and what have you, and somehow one of the cooks there is going to top what you're feeling. I swear to God, and it's
Like
so.
they still have a needle in their arm and fucking a crack pipe in their mouth.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. Oh, the place is the best, man. You really feel at home if you're a degenerate.
Yeah.
What's where are you living now?
I live in.
Are you
So I
still in
live.
Marlton, or-
No. So we moved out of Marlton. I live in Tabernacle. I'm basically in the woods. It's
Okay.
It's so it's weird because I'm 25, 30 minutes from LBI, but I'm also 20 minutes from Mount Holly. So it's interesting. I can my work is pretty much right next to Mount Holly. I pretty much live 20 minutes from my work,
That's fucking
and
cool. So do
I
you
get a
go to
lot of
often?
crack it. No, not really. I haven't really been to. I probably will this summer. I mean,
Dude,
last
LBI,
summer.
I'm telling you, it's a superior beach. I
Yeah,
know
it's
a lot
great.
of people.
What?
So
beach?
anyone listening to the fucking anyone LBI,
Oh yeah, definitely.
everyone listening. I don't know if you know Jersey beaches. I know most people are probably from Jersey, but some people are just all over the fucking world. You know, we got many listeners listening in. But Jersey beaches, right? You got Ocean City, Wildwood, fucking Point Pleasant.
You got Brigantine, Atlantic City,
Brigantine. You have all these beaches.
Wildwood.
And many are really popular, like Ocean City, Wildwood, Point Pleasant, Atlantic City. But LBI is kind of like an underdog. But in my mind, that's the main beach I've always went to as a kid. Like I think it's a better beach overall. Like
it totally is. It's the best.
Summer.
It's the best.
But
in
one
New
thing
Jersey.
I always remember about going to LBI is that you can see the offshore oil rigs in the distance.
Yeah, it's sick. It's and I did a couple of years ago. I did like it was more than a couple. It was probably like 5, 6 years ago. But I did like a there's like this cool lighthouse tour you can do down there.
Yeah, they have a really cool
Barnegat Light.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You go up top and you just look over the ocean, and it's so cool, man. I love that place. And Wildwood is so overrated. Wildwood is crawling with cops. It's disgusting. Yeah. There's not really fuck all to do unless you're like a little kid or like a 55-year-old like biker. Like there's really not shit to do. But like, there's some good food down there. But you want good food, you can go anywhere. There's good food everywhere. So I will always take LBI. I will always take Brigantine or Ocean City, Maryland over almost any other Jersey beach ever. I love that shit. Yeah, I love that shit, man. LBI is cool. I'm gonna get down there this summer. Last summer was weird because COVID was such a fresh thing, and I was just kind of like, nah, like I'm not trying to go out and do nothing. But like this year, dude, I'm over it, dude. I don't care. I gotta wear a mask all day at work anyway. Like I'm fine. Like I don't mind, dude. I don't care. I'll do whatever I gotta do. I'm trying to get out and fucking.
I honestly feel bad for y'all over there because like
it's crazy.
Because y'all are never gonna open back up. I mean, y'all are gonna be one of the last ones, like California.
Dude, that's why I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, no, man, and good on you. It's rough because So I'm conflicted, man, because
So,
Phil
so
Murphy.
y'all have been locked down for like since the beginning, damn near, haven't you?
Yeah.
Pretty much, man. So Phil Murphy, he gave us weed, and that was really cool. But he's not going to open this state up. And while I get it, if the severity of COVID is what people are saying it is, then we're the most densely populated state in America. The amount of people to the size of the state ratio, it's fucked. And that's one of the main reasons I want to get out of here. The cost of living here is entirely too much. I will never be like a straight up homeowner in this state, I don't think. I don't want to be.
Oh my
No.
god, it's too expensive.
I say it all the time. New Jersey is one of the only states in the country where you can work your ass off your whole fucking life and still end up 10 steps behind where you started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a career. You can have a career. You're gonna get a 2-bedroom at best. It's tough. So ideally, I would love to end up a little south later. I would like to be in like North Carolina, either of the Carolinas. Honestly, my heart belongs in North Carolina. I'd like to go north. I would love to live in Vermont or even Maine. I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say right now because I'm working a shitty retail job. But Jersey's fucked, man. We're not going to open up. Some restaurants are opening up. Like I was at a bar on this is probably incriminating to all my weird liberal.
Well, no, the ones out in the woods area where you live, they're open.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude. They don't give a fuck.
That's how it is over here. So in Texas, sorry for cutting you off, but in Texas they have fucking they did the shutdown and then they open maybe a couple weeks later they were like, fuck this. Like there's no way we're gonna be able to stay float with just keeping shut down. So the bars were like, fuck you, we're opening restaurants.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go out of business, man.
They never really shut down. There never once was something that was totally shut down. They went down to 50% capacity,
right?
And the bars shut down maybe for a couple weeks, but then they reopened and they just were like, "Fuck you, we're not doing this whole shit." So now, they were always back at 100% capacity, pretty much, and because it takes too long for TABC to go around to every single place,
right?
So it's not gonna really do much.
No, yeah, absolutely, man. So, you go out. For example, you guys are hip to the area, so I can kind of give an example here. You go out to and you go to say Miller's Ale House out on 73 or literally any of those bars on 70 or 73, they're probably not going to have the bar top open. You're probably going to go and have to get a booth type shit. And it's whatever. As long as I'm getting beers in me and food, I don't really care where I'm sitting. But a lot of people don't fuck with that. But then you drive, say, 30, 45 minutes down my way, dude, it gets crazy. It's like crazier than before COVID in certain.
Yeah, I'm seeing on some of my hick friends Snapchats, the bars they go to out in the Pine Barrens, they're packed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I basically that word just slipped my mind. I live in the Pine Barrens. Tabernacle is the heart and soul of the Pine Barrens. So there's this place. I'll name drop it, bro. Shout out One More Bar and Grill in Tabernacle, New Jersey. This place is fucking lit. You go down there, and they have booths all around. So it's just a big square building, and it's got booths lining the whole place. And there's a big tabletop bar in the middle. And during the middle of the day, they have the bar closed down just so it looks like they're not open. But then come 7:30, 8 o'clock, they take all the signs down. They start shoveling people in, man. It's crazy. And it's hilarious. And the
cops don't do anything?
There's no fucking cops out here. That's the best part about it. The Tabernacle does not have a police force. There's no police force. We have state troopers, and they don't patrol. They only come if they get called.
Oh, so y'all are unincorporated, pretty much.
Yeah, quite literally. So I have never once in my life. I've been here for 2.5 years. Yeah, no, I think 3 years this month. We moved in March, so I've been here for about 3 years now, and I have never, not a single time, seen a police officer in my neighborhood on the road that leads into my neighborhood. Anything. So All my, all my neighbors, New Year's Eve, motherfuckers are outside shooting guns out into the sky. Like, it's a little part of Jersey that you wouldn't think exists until you are in it. It's really funny because we grew up so used to like the Marlton area. It's kind of like suburban and like, but you come 25 minutes down 70, man.
I mean, it's like even like when you go some parts into fucking Browns Mills and stuff.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. Yeah, I lived there for 7 years.
Were you Browns? You were like border of Pemberton, right, Carmine?
No, I was born up north, in Patterson, but but I moved when I was like 3 years old, and then I lived a little bit in Ocean Gate in that area, and then I moved over to Browns Mills. But I was there from like 1st to 7th grade.
I was about to say because you came to Marlton Middle, my home, in 7th grade, I think. You were the new guy, and we were chatting it up, and you were a fucking chiller, and I remember that because it was 7th grade homeroom. You came in the one day, I was like, yo, there's a new guy. Like, what's up? Yeah, that's funny, man. I forgot about that. You're from like a Browns Mills area. Yeah, I work pretty close to Browns Mills. I get a lot of people from Browns Mills that'll come in, and they're
Browns Mills is a fucking shithole.
Well,
I mean, I love Browns
Mills.
Mills.
I hate Browns Mills.
I don't love it.
I don't love it. Nah, dude, it's a fucking shithole. Like, I love that place. Like, I grew up there. I still like, even today, can go through my mind through the whole town of Browns Mills in my fucking mind, and I remember everything.
Yeah, that's me with Heritage, man. That's me with Marlton. It's muscle memory at this point. And being out here is cool now. I love living out here. I don't miss living in Marlton even a little, but Heritage, just that neighborhood and like that little strip of 70. So pretty much Main Street of Heritage, all the neighborhood, and then make a big circle around that and bring it around the back of Walmart. That's my spot. That you could turn that into a fucking battle royale map. I'm gonna I'm gonna win easy.
Bro, imagine if we like knew how to develop games.
I wish, man. That'd be Heritage Park, the COD map, dude.
That'd be so
funny as fuck, man.
Fucking, what's another one of your topics you got, Carmine?
Yeah, what you got?
If you could put anything on a billboard, what would it be?
Oh man. Oh man, dude. Circle back to me. What do you got? I'm thinking. That's a loaded question.
I would probably put.
That's a great fucking question.
I would probably put. Kenny is my heroin dealer. Like, you know how people say, I hate Steven Springer or whatever the fuck his name is? Like, mine would just be, Kenny's my heroin dealer. That's what
Hell yeah.
No phone number, no image. It just says, Kenny's my heroin dealer.
And then my face.
That's fucking great.
What would you do, Carmine?
Shit, with the current climate of the world, mine would have to be that Reagan quote, the 9 scariest words that you can hear is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good one.
Huh.
God damn, man.
I probably put a Short Bus Show. Subscribe to Short Bus Show.
Short Bus Show. I can
and then put my just put my ball sack, like just my balls.
What, like right in the background?
Yeah, just right in the background, and it says subscribe to Short Bus Show.
Oh, that's fucking legendary. I'd probably what's that?
You're passed to the greatest dispensary on planet Earth. Planet 13.
Planet 13. That's pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
I would probably just put my phone number up there and put me on your do not call list, because I've been getting I literally blast my phone number on it. I get 5 to 6 scam calls a day. Yeah. And it's, we're reaching out to you about your car's warranty. I'm like, I don't have a fucking card, dude. You're calling the wrong guy. So it's like, I'm sitting there, I'll be at work and I'll get a phone call and I'm like, oh, what's this? And it's just, I do this thing now where I'll take my phone and I'll just start blowing into the microphone as hard as I fucking can.
Yeah.
So it's just, oh, dude, it's great. But yeah, I'd probably just blast my phone number on a billboard and just be like, put me on your do not call. I'd put it like right on like the bridge to Philly. Right on the bridge to Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'll talk
you
to
can get one of
them.
those robocall blocker apps.
Is there an app for that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of apps for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm retarded. I didn't know about all that. I get on it.
Sometimes I'll fucking I'll just talk to him for a little bit and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, let me get my VIN number. Can you just hold for a minute?" I'll put my phone down and just leave the room.
Just
They'll
go
stay
through
on
the
hold
thing.
for like 20 minutes or some shit sometimes.
Because they think
I'll be like,
you're falling for it. They really think they're about to get your bread.
Yeah.
well, no, because I tell them that they always hang up on me because I'm like, oh, I have a 2021 Lamborghini Aventador, and like I just go along with it, and they just get so pissed.
Did you guys see? I saw this morning. Mark Rober did a video on that shit, and he's like actually catching these people that are like. So he goes through the whole thing. He made a video like yesterday, and he went through the whole thing on like how they operate and shit. And they actually hire people in the U.S. It's like you can get paid $100 a package to pick up like money.
I watched a video about that.
Scammed.
Yeah, they have like their like the delivery people and like the package collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's crazy, man, because it's a full blown like operation. They have dudes in India on the phone. And they're in constant communication with people all the way over here.
Yeah.
Like sending, dude, that's honestly crazy. I can't believe how much money is in that business. It's wild.
There's people in fucking India who get paid to do people's RuneScape fucking things.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's whole technical centers in fucking India where people sit in a room and farm people's RuneScape for money.
Yeah.
And they get paid like dog shit, but like
yeah,
they literally just sit there all day and farm RuneScape for people.
You're making that bread off of just playing video games. I mean, fuck it.
It's nuts.
It's not that much different than being like a
Isn't that game like 30 years old?
Yeah, but people still play it.
Oh, people love RuneScape. I got friends who like RuneScape.
I've never played it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The scamming business is wild. A lot of people will like, cause the prime target is old people because they don't know. Like old people, and it sucks because they really don't know. They think that they're like in trouble and they're like, oh no, like I have to do this. Like I don't want to go to jail. Like, and then there they are out $13,000. Like, it's crazy.
There's this dude on YouTube who uses a voice changer and he pretends to be like
he worked with him.
Yes, that's who I watch.
He worked.
He tricks them into getting money and.
So Mark Rober, he's that dude that did that package where like if you open it up, it throws glitter all out.
The glitter bomb with the camera.
So what he did was he and him and that guy you're talking about, I can't remember his name, that does the voice changer. They teamed up and they got one of those guys to fucking pick up the package, and it was that glitter bomb thing. And then they actually worked with like local police to arrest a few of the people that fucking and they're like, oh, what's all the glitter for? And they're trying to like wipe it off, like, oh shit. Yeah, it's funny as shit.
And they play dumb. They're like, I don't know. I just grabbed my package. Oh, dude, it's honestly awesome. Like, it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
The less of those people there are, the better.
Yeah.
That shit's nuts, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude.
What's another topic you got?
Yeah, what you got, Carmine?
I see you scrolling through.
See that you're loaded up with them, man. I want to hear them.
What's been the biggest failure in the last year, and why do you think it happened?
I mean, now, do you want to take like in a personal sense or like in a general sense? Because in a general sense, I'd say the whole year itself was a fucking failure.
Yeah.
You know, this shit sucks. But in a personal sense, I mean, biggest failure, man. Jesus Christ, you're loading them up today, man. I mean, last winter I had a fucking huge I didn't fail personally, but it felt like a huge failure. I had dude, this is grody. I had a kidney stone, right?
Oh,
And I haven't I haven't drinking soda since, and I haven't gotten anything else since. But I had a kidney stone, and I was in bed for about 3 weeks, and I just couldn't do anything. I could not do a single fucking thing. And so where it actually becomes a failure to me is I was almost a whole month of me just like I cannot. It's something you don't think you'll be excited for in your whole life until it happens. All I'm waiting for is to get this rock out of my cock. And dude, I guess I passed it, and I didn't even realize it. It just kind of dipped, and I was so waiting for that relief, and it this is so weird, dude. But it never came. That was it. That's the worst thing that's happened to me in the last. I'd say
it still hurts.
no.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like it never went away.
Well, no. I was waiting so hard for that moment to come where I'm like, let's go. Like, there it is. It's gone. It never happened. I think I
like
just
popping
one
your
day.
ears after a cold.
Yeah. Yes. I just never got that. Dude, that's such a weird thing to say as my failure, but that's one of them. That's up there, man. I was waiting so hard for it to just be over, and it just randomly was over. And I wanted that I wanted that moment of like, there it is. Like, there we fucking go. Never came, man. That's other than that, man. I mean, I don't do a whole lot, so it's hard to say. But
as you say that, I'm gonna start downing water.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I quit caffeine. I quit caffeine after that. I started drinking a lot more water. I mean, back to Heritage, man. That kid Steve that we used to hang out with at his grandma's house, he would drink like a 24 pack suitcase of Mountain Dew every fucking day. Every fucking day, he'd drink at least 20 Mountain Dews. I swear to God. And every 3 fucking weeks, we'd be smoking in his house, and he's like, "Yo, I gotta go to the hospital real quick." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I got a kidney stone." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, every couple fucking days, man. Or not every day, but every couple weeks, he'd just be like, "Yeah, dude, like, I'm going to the hospital." And at the time, I
holy shit, dude.
What?
You're telling this story, and I realized that we got high one time together.
You and Steve?
No, you and me.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
At his house. I totally forgot about that shit.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
I fucking totally forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
And I've never even been high with Kenny. What?
Yeah,
dude, I remember that. I was
Tell
like,
the story.
all right, so we were chilling in grandma's house.
Yes, sir.
And it was about to get demolished, so we're fucking just not giving a shit about anything.
Yes, sir.
And we're like, I think the day before someone flushed rocks down the upstairs toilet, so it didn't work anymore. And so I was like, I gotta piss, and I think I pissed in the or was it you that pissed in the upstairs toilet or some shit?
No, so
in the piss hole.
that's the thing. There is this is what you might be forgetting here. There was a hole in the wall, just a big caved out. Here's my wall right here. Big hole, big
Right.
2 foot in circumference easily, and we would just piss in the hole in the wall, man. It was called the piss hole, and it was the grodiest thing. That tops anything we did at the park, because just a hole in the wall there's no running water. It's just drywall and insulation, and we're just dumping pisses on this thing like left and right. And my one buddy's sister was really good friends with Steve, so she'd be over there sometimes, and she would shit in the front lawn. she would load up on beers and then go just pop a squat and piss and shit in the front fucking lawn, man. And that house, that's the biggest failure of my whole fucking life. I pissed in a hole in a wall. There you go, Carmine. There it is. I pissed in a hole in a wall in basically a trap house that was owned by some guy's grandmother.
Before trap houses were even cool.
Bro.
But way.
Go further with your story. The rocks are in the toilet.
Yeah.
You need to take a piss.
Dude, I think that was probably you, Kenny. I never pissed in a toilet in that house. It was always out back or in the hole. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
Never
remember. Maybe it was me that I was yeah. I remember one time I was fucking with that ceiling fan, and everyone is just like in their own thoughts, and I just put like a key or something into the fan, and it just made this loud ass noise, and it scared the shit out of everyone.
Yep. We thought the house was collapsing.
Yeah.
We thought the ceiling was caving down. We thought we were like, "This is it." Yeah, dude. Well, because what class did you graduate in, Kenny? 2015?
14.
14? So you were in the same class as Steve then. You guys were in the same class then.
Yeah.
So he was like an ROTC guy, real big dude. Yeah. So, oh my god, dude. That's crazy as fuck. We definitely got stoned there. Got stoned there.
It was you, me, Steve, Jake, Jesse, and then our friend Sean came through.
Sean, yeah.
Sean Cannon?
No. Sean starts with an M. I forget.
But yeah, we yeah, man. They like the four of us, you, Steve, Jake, and I think
Josh might have been there.
Josh, maybe. I don't think so.
Maybe not.
But yeah, we just got fucking lit up the room, and then our homies, Jesse and Sean came through, and they were like, "Oh my fucking god, we gotta go." I just remember, they were like, they made some excuse. They were like, "Yeah, I just remembered, I got a thing. My sister's got to go to the dentist or something."
Dude, that's so fucking funny because I remember Jesse too. I remember he was really fucking chill. He dated this girl, Chelsea, who objectively was the worst fucking person. And I'll say that on the air. I don't even care if she sees this. I hope she's the worst. Yes. Crispy. Yes. Yeah, Jesse dated her, and I remember she would come over there and make a big stink about everything all the time. She's like, "Why are you pissing in that hole?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Why are you pissing in the hole?" I'm like,
maybe she should have made a big stink about it.
No, you know what? And I would tell her, I'm like, why don't you go up to the bathroom and tell me if I should piss in there? Like, what's the difference? Like, there's not a single drop of running water in this house, dude. It does not. The place already. The place is.
Live in there?
He didn't. So
no one lived in there. It was going to be demolished, and he
wouldn't live there.
I don't think anyone owned the house. I'm pretty sure every time we went over there, we were breaking into it. It's just nobody cared.
No, so his grandma owned the house until the last day, actually trespassing, which is the funny part, because she owned the place and just didn't care about it. So Steve's parents, or his mom at least, lived on the same street as that house.
Yeah.
About maybe 20, 30 houses down the other way. So whenever we would pretty much use that as a glorified, if you will, shed. We would go in there and we would just get all banged up. We get shit faced, and then when the time came for night to be over, he just walked down to his parents' house. Yeah.
Did his parents know that this was just the glorified trap house?
Nope. And the funniest part is that it got completely refurbished, and there's a family of a wife, a husband, and like 2 kids that live there now. And it's just so funny.
Little do they know that there's a lot of kids.
Little do they know, man. That's the best part. Every time I would walk past and see new cars out there and the nice new driveway and everything, I just think to myself, I'd be like, damn, dude, like, you guys, I'm surprised you guys aren't sick. Like, honestly, I cannot believe you're even living and breathing in that house. Like, it's so fucking, man. That house was a mess.
Did it get demolished?
No, did not get demolished. It got completely refurbed, though. They got, they redid the driveway. They went as far as like planting new grass out front. Like, I mean, you may as well. People were taking steamy dumps on the front lawn of that place. You may as well.
Hey, at least the ground's fertile.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
manure.
Yeah.
exactly. It's a little fertilizer, but
Poor
Yeah,
guy
that
that had to rip out that piss fucking soaked drywall.
oh, dude, he. I don't know what those kind of. I don't know what contractors, but that guy's not making enough
No.
because that house was fucked. There was so much wrong with it too. Like aside from all like the fridge did not work. There was electricity,
No.
but the fridge didn't work. So Steve would this dude's diet was like it was literally like MLG kid like Doritos, Mountain Dew, and then like before bed like a whole like case of Oreos and like milk. So he'd get milk and he'd have to drink all of it in like that sitting because there wasn't a fridge. So
Oh my god.
dude, it was a mess. And I remember he basically the whole vibe over there smoking like spliff bowls. He would buy like big bags of like
Oh,
red
he'd take
man
mooks?
tobacco. Yeah, and well, no, not even. He'd buy like a big bag of like tobacco. He'd grind it up, and then in the same grinder, he'd grind up a nug, and then he'd shake it all up, and he'd pack it into like this. And he had like this big like foot long steamroller, and
Oh
yeah, dude, a big glass steamroller. The thing was a champ. I miss that thing. That thing got me way more zooted than I've ever been. But he would load it up with like half cherry tobacco and like half mid. And we would just sit there and just chief it, man. And it was just disgusting. I don't know how I dealt with it for so long. It was I'd do anything to go back to those times. It was much simpler.
Yeah.
Thinking
man.
back on it, man. That shit was fucking nasty.
Yeah.
That shit was nasty.
Dude, I remember I drank a lot of fucking water before I went over there too.
Yup.
Yeah, now that I remember, because when I went to pee, you guys didn't even notice I left, and then I told y'all that I peed in the upstairs toilet.
And we were all like, "Oh no, like that's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna be there. That's not going anywhere." I mean, at the end of the day, toilet hole in the wall. Either way, that piss isn't going anywhere. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I hope they replaced like the studs and shit.
I hope
Probably
they
not.
replaced fucking everything, my bro. I hope they replaced everything. That house was so. The best story from that house, I'll probably kill the topic of that house here. Was RJ set the couch on fire? He inside in the living room. So Steve was. He pretty much would sit there and like speed run Halo 3 on Legendary like every day. Like every day he'd start a new save on the game and just and he would get so infatuated with it that he wouldn't take his eyes from off the screen. And Ryan was like, look, he looked me straight in the face. He's like, you think if I set the couch on fire, he'll realize? And I was like, yeah, he's gonna realize. I tried to be the voice of reason as much as I could back then because it was such a chaotic time. The last thing we wanted was the whole 911 squad showing up. So
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, don't do that. I'm like, don't fucking do that. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna notice. And may I say right now, he did not fucking notice. He did not notice, man, because he took I actually have one right here. He took like one of those lighters like this. Not like a Bic, not like one of like a regular Bic. He had like one of these. And he like stuck it like under the couch, like under the bottom of the couch like this, and he started lighting it right here. And it started going up. So it started creeping up around the backside. And this thing, before I knew it, there was a hole this big in the couch, and there's the room's filling up with smoke. And Steve's like sitting there on his Xbox. He goes, "Something burning?" And Ryan's like, "Dude, no." He's like, "I don't know." And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, "Dude, put "Get the fuck out!" I'm like, "Put that shit out." He's like, "No, just like 2 more minutes. Look, he doesn't even know." I was like, "Dude, no!" I was like, "No, this is terrible." And I was just freaking out because I was like, "Dude, you're going to burn the house to the ground. Like, this is getting wild." Like, I was getting all
Yeah,
angry.
like a couch is exactly how most fires
How
start.
did he get it out?
We started. If I'm not mistaken, we started dumping half-drinking cans of Mountain Dew on it. If I'm not mistaken, we just because there wasn't water. There really was not water.
Like, was there a lot of smoke in the room at that
Yeah.
point?
Oh, dude, it filled out. We had to open all the windows. The house stank like smoke. It smelled like. So the weird part about this house is there was no cats, but for some reason it always smelled like cat piss. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
It's the hole in the wall, but
Yeah, maybe because you're
but,
pissing in a wall.
yeah, but it had like that cat pissy smell. Like human piss is
Yeah.
like asparagus and like it had like this weird cat piss. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so he set the couch on fire and dude just did not he could not be fucked to just turn his neck for a second, man. I don't get it. He just like he looked over and when he saw it, hell broke loose. He was like, "Which one of you motherfucker?" You know, freaking out. And Ryan pretty much just shady dipped out the crib. He was like, "I'm leaving." He was like, "I'm gone." It's like, dude, I was like, "You just burned this dude's grandmother's head to the ground." Like, oh my god, dude!
That's so
I'll never.
fucked.
And the thing to me is just the fact that it wasn't a matter of like, should I do this? Should I not do this? It was, can I do this and get away with it?
Real shit. Like,
And
what
he-
the fuck?
And he didn't. I mean, obviously Steve figured out that it was him because I was kind of sitting near him the whole time, and Ryan was kind of off doing his thing, being a little shady.
Yeah.
And man, Steve was not fucking happy. He was like, "He is never coming back in my house again." I was like, "You say that now." I'm like, "But you're gonna need weed," and
yeah.
he will. But yeah, so to top off the Steve house, there was a hole in the wall where we would piss. There was no running water. The couch got set on fire, and if you had to do a number 2, you go in the front yard, not the backyard. Don't know what that was about.
Dude, the backyard was fucked. There was
The
so
backyard-
much trees and glass.
It was kind of sick though. There was an over pond back there, and I remember the one time we thought cops were gonna come, so we ditched weed like in the overgrown pond. We like got it zipped up real nice, and we like kind of threw it back there. And cops never came, so we were pissed because it got all nasty and there was like water on the outside of the bag and shit or
That's
whatever.
fucked.
But that backyard was kind of cool. It was all like overgrown and shit. I kind of fucked with the
Oh, yeah.
backyard.
Well, man, fucking.
That is funny as shit.
Dude,
Hey man.
I think it's how long has it been, Kenny? We've been rolling for it.
Oh,
My-
it's
by
like
the
an hour
way,
and
I'll
20,
tell you.
but-
I'll tell you right now. My audio fucked up, and it hasn't. Been
Oh,
recorded.
really?
Yeah, I found that out 30 minutes into recording, and it just paused on me, and it hasn't worked. I tried to redo it, and it's not. It glitched.
All right, we'll be all right.
Fucking-
Did your OBS take the Discord audio too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more of a
That's so
hassle,
good.
a little bit.
Well, no, it's not more of a hassle. It just sounds not as clean.
Right.
But
Shit, bro. Fucking.
yeah,
think
dude.
that
Fucking grandma's
concludes
house.
Most of the episode.
Shit,
That's
I
cool,
got
man.
one more.
You got one more,
Oh,
dude? Yeah,
no.
load it.
You got
One
one
more.
more? You got one
What
more,
the-
Carmine?
One
Throw it
more.
down.
What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
About me?
Yeah.
These days, so people think that I'm so to start this off, I've been involved in the local like music kind of scene ordeal for a minute now. And everybody in the local, this is gonna get me. I'm gonna get so much flack for this if anybody that matters even a little bit sees it. Everybody in the music scene is super, for a lack of a better word, a huge fucking pussy. So everybody thinks that they're hard on Twitter and stuff, and then they'll see you in person, and they'll think it's over. So people will people think that because I'm involved in this scene per se, that I'm like this super like liberal kind of ordeal. You know what I mean? And in reality, I think, what's going on in the world recently is just as fucked up as the next person. I think the whole, I think the huge like racist problem we got going on. I think the whole,
Right.
I think everybody deserves the same rights regardless of how you identify yourself. But I also think that people are getting really soft these days. I think there's a lot of kids on the internet that are acting like they're these revolutionary, like they'll self-identify as this. They're communist. They're communist, anarchist.
Right.
Overthrow the country, like bring the guillotine. And I'm like, yeah, that's sick. Like the government fucking blows. Like politicians are crooks, but at the same time, you guys aren't gonna do shit. You guys cry. You guys cry on the internet when somebody calls you the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why are you about to start talking about overthrowing the land and bringing the guillotine to Washington when if somebody calls you the wrong thing, you cry.
Right.
You're crying about it.
Yeah.
So overall, a common misconception about me in my and as far as what I've heard seen about myself is that I'm this super like leftist like. I mean, I agree with more left ideology than right. I think, but I read this the other day, and I'm sure other people have. But I'm kind of at a point where it's like, I think gay people should be able to defend their marijuana plants with fully automatic assault rifles.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I think everybody deserves rights. I don't know, man. I live in the woods. I think everybody's sick unless you give me a reason not to think sick.
Exactly.
I think everybody deserves a sick ass fucking
chance.
A sick full auto weapon of some sort. And I think I don't know. I think that's it. A lot of people think I'm very like liberal leaning. I don't really get it because I think it's just because of my association. But
True.
yeah, that's really it. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I think guns are sick. I think weed's sick. I think the government's full of a bunch of whack jobs. But at the same time, I mean,
it's like our government's fucked, but at the
Yup.
same time, it's kind of like, and it can be better, but it's like at the same time, it's like the best we've had since like human recorded history.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the fact that they're giving people anything for this whole coronavirus thing, like relief wise, the fact that they're giving stimulus is period.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I don't think it means I fucking love Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're both crooks. I thought Donald Trump was a crook too. I think they're all crooks. They're all crooks, man. I don't trust any of them.
They're all out there to get a gain for themselves.
That's right, man. That's right.
If they weren't, then why are they running to run the country? Because none of them are here to help every person.
We're the most powerful country on the face of the earth, and people don't seem to understand. There's a lot of kids that I know that like worship this, like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, only because they aren't Donald Trump. And I think that's a really, really shitty standard to set for the people who rule our lives.
Yeah, and they're like,
I think that is
worse.
Borderline worse. I think they're both. I didn't fuck with Donald Trump. I didn't. I don't fuck with Joe Biden either. I don't foresee any ruling over this country in the next in my whole lifetime, honestly, being a non-corrupt.
Because we haven't had a good president necessarily.
No, I can't think of a president that I can't think of a single president where I was like, yo, he's a chiller. Like I fuck with this guy. Like can't think of a single one. I could not name drop one for you if I wanted to. But yeah, as far as common misconceptions go, music kids in New Jersey are soft. That's all I'm gonna say.
They're pussies. They can't handle it.
Get some
They
babies,
can't.
dude. Fucking babies. That's really all I got on that.
What kind of music do you
Fucking-
make? Or
All right, I like so I like writing a lot of heavier with my friends. When I'm at my house, I like writing a slow, like ambient, like I guess the best way to describe it would just literally just be stuff, just lots of real slow, like echoey, like reverby stuff. But when I'm hanging with my friends, we write like big old school metal tracks and stuff just for fun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's a good time. I don't really do nothing with it, especially with this whole COVID stuff, but we have fun. Once gigs come back, so I have a buddy. So my liquor store is right next to the Sonic on Route 38, the Sonic like fast food place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right next door. It's our neighbors, and the owner of that Sonic is a fucking chiller. Every now and then, after a shift at my liquor store, I'll go over there because we close at the same time, and we'll go out there and we'll rip a couple of bowls, we'll drink some tall boys, and he was like, "Yo, like once this whole COVID thing's over and we could like safely pack a shit ton of people into this restaurant, like we're gonna throw shows here. Like we're gonna throw like a rap gig with like some heavier bands, and we're gonna sell it out. He wants to sell out the Sonic." And I was like, "Dude, you're fucking wild for that. Like corporate is gonna want to hang your ass for this, but like let's fucking do it." So that's the plan. Once the whole vaccination wave is looking good or whatever, I haven't really.
It's an outdoor Sonic though, right?
Huh?
It's Sonic, like it's outdoor, right?
So yeah, but there's like a little indoor section that he like the little dine-in area. So he wants to set the drums up right by the ordering window and some like amps and cabs next to it, and then move all the tables outside and just pack this shit the fuck out. It's gonna be crazy.
Hey, according to Josh Gladstone, you can only transmit COVID inside.
Yeah,
dude, that kid is fucking awesome. I haven't talked to him in years. He's funny as shit. Carmine, that was our homie.
I just talked to him a couple months ago.
Yeah, that dude,
We just
that was our
FaceTimed
homie.
him out of the fucking blue.
That was our homie back in the day, man. He used to come to Josh's house and like just while out. He'd take like 2 or 3 hits off the bowl and just be off his ass. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fucking shit, bro. Well,
Fucking
fucking,
man. It's been a
bro.
blast.
You got anything you want to shout out? Any last words for?
Dude,
I mean, we'll have you on again, bro. I mean,
Yeah, dude, we'll get a big old group. Definitely get a big group.
Bring
Shout
the
out.
whole Heritage crew back.
Real shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Shout out everybody from Heritage. Shout out everybody from Marlton. Other than
Zach Collega.
yeah, literally. Okay, so literally anybody from Marlton that hears this, shout out to you. Unless those who know they're not part of this, they know. So I won't get into it. Yeah, for real, shout out everybody from Heritage. Josh, Ryan, Steve, Hunter. I don't talk to them no more like that, but it's good times, man. Shout out to all of them. Shout out, y'all don't know him. Shout out Ryan Solante if he sees it. Shout out Austin Romanowski if he sees it. Shout out Carmine. I haven't seen him in forever. It's a fucking boy. Shout out Kenny. Shout out John. Shout out Short Bus Show.
Short Bus Show, dude. Great times. Thank you guys for coming on again.
Yeah,
it's
man.
fucking super good time for real. Fucking Ken, you have anything left to say?
Nah, nothing I can think of.
Well,
I think we said it all.
I guess.
I think we covered the
Make sure
bases.
to fuck some fat bitches, and we'll be back next Friday. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
No, fellas, have a good one.